How's it going? Thralls of Metal here again. I'm Necrotic Nick.
And I'm Jammin John.
And we're here to talk about a goddamn experience. We went to Maryland Deathfest for the first time. We've been talking about it for fucking years. And it was by far the coolest concert experience.
Yeah, I don't think there's... he and I have been to hundreds and hundreds of shows together, and this is by far, I think, the coolest thing we've ever done.
I was not even mentally prepared for the amount of awesome.
Neither of us were. There were many moments, because we're going to talk obviously today about day one that we were there. Neither of us were prepared whatsoever for. I mean, we thought we knew what we were getting into,
We didn't.
but we had no idea what we were getting into. It was amazing. I've been ranting. We've been back a week today, a week yesterday, something like that. Amazing. I can't stop talking about it.
Part of me is still there.
Yeah.
It
Look,
headbanged off my fucking shoulders. It's still there. It haunts both venues.
trust me, they're in downtown Baltimore. There's a piece left of probably 2,000 people. I would guess there was an ass ton of people there.
Black shirts, leather. I mean,
It
dude.
was so cool.
So yeah, day one.
Yep.
We get in the lift and go to the power plant, which is the whole area where the Ram's Head is, and just not too far from Soundstage Live.
Yeah.
And as soon as we look and see what this is, we're already blown away. There is literally a mall of metal.
Yeah. Which you couldn't directly see walking. Like, we were walking up to it and we were like, all right, this is cool, this is cool. And like right before you get to the doors of the venue, there's seriously, like when you go to shows and there's merch and you're like, okay, a couple shirts from each band. There were like 20 tents full of metal shit.
Merch from like every fucking band you could think of.
Yeah.
In metal.
Even bands that weren't there, just like anything death metal related that you can think of, there was probably a shirt for it.
It was ridiculous. I mean, I was like, fuck, I already knew I was going to spend a lot of money, but now I know I'm going to spend even more than a lot of money.
Yes, I came with a few $100s, and I thought that would be enough. No, I'm gonna have to when we do this next year, because obviously we're 100% going back.
To happen.
I'm gonna actually save my pennies, and yeah, I would advise that if you go, you take probably like $400 or $500 with you.
If you're as obsessed as us, and we're pretty obsessed.
Yeah.
Bring money, and you'll get some fucking concert swag that's probably unbelievable.
Yep, because I was only gonna buy like a couple of shirts, and I ended up buying 5, and really I could have bought more. I mean, it's just nuts.
I think I ended up with 7. I mean, wearing one right now.
If we would have shot this video yesterday, I would have worn my Immolation shirt, which I've been waiting for forever. Not important. All right.
Anyway, let's get down to the bands. We get there. I think the first day started around 4:30.
4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere in there.
We got to the Ram's Head venue, which is the larger venue of the two.
Mm-hmm.
A really cool open area, multi-tiered balcony, which was really nice.
And the balcony was open for general admission.
Yeah.
We ended up the second or third day we were there.
Second day.
We ended up second day. Yeah, we ended up on like the 3rd level. It was really, first of all, air conditioned. We're in Ohio. In Baltimore, it was obviously warmer than it was here in Ohio, in the upper 80s for the week. But it was air conditioned, and it was so nice.
Made it so much more bearable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, we roast alive at a lot of the shows we go to during the summer.
Not uncommon. In fact, the first time I saw it boarded, we were in Kent, Ohio, and it was like 100 degrees, and it was terrible.
Oh, it was so bad there. But we get in there, Churchburn takes the stage. This is a band I recently got hyped to, like, this year. Maybe late last year, but most of this year.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
They are I guess blackened sludge.
Doom.
Mother of God, they were heavy. Like this big, swampy, awesome guitar tone, and like these kind of cavernous screams. Like there was a lot of reverb in the vocals, and these.
Yeah.
It sounded haunting.
Now I want to bring home the point too that in both these venues, the Ram's Head especially, the sound was on point. Brilliant sound. Every band that took the stage, I think it was fully captured what their sound would be like. Just
100%.
Amazing sound. And Churchburn just killed it.
It was a perfect way to start off the day. Like this was definitely your more like slow, grimy, heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And we were getting ready for a fuck ton of fucking fast blast beats all fucking day. And this was just a really good, like, all right, this shows us They kind of have a wide swath of bands.
It was a really good start to what was about to happen to us over the next 4 days.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Instantly after that set, I went and bought their first album, which I didn't own yet, and I haven't jammed it yet, but if it's anything like the most recent one they put out, I'm excited.
Yep.
They had an incredible set, really awesome. After that, we decided we had to make our way to the other venue, the Soundstage Live, which is the smaller of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Just about a block away. There was one, municipal building in between.
Yeah, like a block and a half, something
Yeah.
like that. Again, directly across the street from where we were. The downtown Baltimore for 4 days was overrun by metalheads.
Yeah.
When you walk up and down the streets, it was nothing but long-haired dudes.
An army.
Yep.
And getting over there, they had their own little thing going on outside, little mini bars, drunken metal
Drunken
karaoke, which was hilarious. I absolutely love that. People grilling out and shit. I mean, It was super cool. So we get in there, and this is just before one of the bands we had targeted as one we were going to go see.
Yeah.
We saw the band Embludgement, which was more of a slam kind of tech death band. I'm not really a big Slam fan, but I thought they were all right.
I'm not either. I mean, as far as Slam is concerned, I guess they were on point for what they were doing. There was no band there, in my opinion, that was a slouch by any means. Everybody that was there to play music and do it well. So
we caught about 3/4 of Embludgement set?
Probably 3/4, maybe a half of the set. Because, I mean, really, when we left Churchburn, we immediately went back outside into the vendor tents
we had
to drool, which happens repeatedly. But yeah, we caught about half of their set, and they were decent.
Yeah. I mean, I once again, the sound guy at Soundstage 2 did a really good job.
Yeah.
They had, definitely the crunchier tone.
Yep.
And, I mean, if you know Slam, you get a lot of the Slam beatdown riffs that you hear a lot in, Suffocation, Dying Fetus, stuff like that. And, I mean, I'm not a Slam fan, but I thought they were all right.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Yep.
Then, after that, Otra Tume came on.
Which was one of the bands that we went to see.
I was super excited for this one. These guys are from Quebec. All their lyrics are in Quebecois, which is fun to say.
Quebecois.
But it's all about fucking zombies and shit anyway, so who fucking cares? They were killer right away.
Yep.
Had a little bit of a hiccup with the bass.
A little bit.
The frontman, also a bassist, had to ditch his bass for whatever technical reason, but it didn't take away from their set. It was like, fuck it, no bass then?
No, because he broke a string. He broke a string on the very first song.
There we go.
Yep.
There we go.
He was like, fuck it.
Fuck it. Went into it, and the guitar tone was so goddamn heavy. It's like, all right, I mean, adds a little bit of heft for that bass. It was noticeable, but fuck it, dude. They're fucking ripping through these fucking songs.
Yep.
And it's like the heaviest thing I've heard in French possibly ever. That
was up there.
Really fucking up there. Had a killer set. Kind of had a nice thrashy energy to him. Kind of remind me of like Power Trip, except Power Trip and Entombed thrown together.
Yeah, I'd take that.
It was fun. The pits were fucking furious.
Dude,
we were.
We'll talk about the pits. It's not until day 4 that pits really got entertaining, and I promise we'll talk about that because something that happened during Mortician's set was ridiculous.
Yes. But yeah, awesome set from Otra Tume.
Yep.
Then we made our way back to the Ram's Head, and we decided to see one of the more obscure bands that I had just listened to.
I'd never heard of them, so.
Rippey Corey. They are a Finnish death doom band, and I would have to say they might have been one of the loudest bands on that entire bill.
It was up there.
They had a merciless guitar tone. It was kind of fuzzy and crunchy at some, I don't know.
Yeah, it was a huge sound. I remember turning to Nick at one point and being like, holy fuck, that guitar tone is massive.
Yes. And this was that, if you're familiar with early Amorphous or Hooded Menace, very much along that lines, except they had some little bit faster parts in there. It didn't all stick to the slow, just grimy fucking beat down that Death Doom generally is.
And when you go see bands, especially from out of the country, first of all, I'll state that the crowd, the bands, it was a massive worldwide crowd.
International affair.
I stood next to a dude from Russia that I had no idea what he was saying to me, but we bonded over headbangs, which was neat. when you go see European bands, usually they're really thankful to be in the country.
Yeah.
Every band that we saw from out of the country was just super energetic and really happy to be a part of this whole thing, and like recognized that it was a pretty world-renowned death metal festival, and just all about it. And the energy that these bands brought was just nuts.
Dude, and just great sets. The banter was awesome. Yeah, and like this day alone, we got to see a lot of different stuff too, which I like. You know, I was glad Finland was represented because I'm a big fan of Finnish death metal. Like, it is some exceptionally heavy shit.
Right.
And I thought this was a cool, obscure band to throw on a larger stage too. Like, they didn't get the small sound stage; they got the big stage, and they got a gigantic crowd response.
Yep.
It was absolutely awesome. They did a great job.
Yep.
Then, once again, we hightailed it back to the sound stage
street.
because we knew Immolation was coming on, and there was no way in fucking hell we're going to miss it.
That's 100% why I went. Was to see Immolation. I've been dying to see Immolation forever and ever, and it never fucking happens because they always skip the Midwest.
I've been an Immolation fan since at Death's Door 2, that compilation that had No Forgiveness Without Bloodshed on it. Killer song. We got there in time to see Guttural Spoil, which was another slam band. I think they were from like Texas or
something like that.
Those
guys weren't that bad. It reminded me. I remember there were moments where I was like, "This kind of sounds like Beneath the Massacre." They had like a death grind slam type of thing.
I got a little bit of like old school Cryptopsy. Like there were some technical parts that were very proficient there. Didn't quite have like the same jazzy fills as Flow, but Flow's a beast.
Yeah, you can.
But yeah, it kind of had that feel. There were some shorter songs that definitely kind of had that grindy aspect.
Yep.
Vocalist kind of had a good lower and high register. There were a little bit of the pig squeals.
Even when he talked, you couldn't. I don't know if it was the sound or what. Even when he talked, you couldn't really understand what he was saying.
Yeah,
and I remember Nick looked at him and he goes, "It's like Boomhauer."
Yep, dude. Like the accent was so thick. The southern accent, and he was talking really fast too.
Right.
And he was also winded from growling his fucking guts out.
Right.
And he just sounded like he was like, all right, this is death metal Boomhauer.
Yep.
And it was pretty fucking funny. Then the day capped off with Immolation, and it was everything I wanted it to be.
Yep.
They are incredible live.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure tons of our viewers have probably seen Immolation. We finally got lucky, and it was everything I wanted to be. Their lead guitarist attacks his guitar like no one else. Like it's abuse.
If you've ever seen Origin live and how Origin's bass player kind of molests his bass on stage, that's Immolation's lead guitarist. He just how he continues to play while he just goes like this with his guitar is nuts.
God, dude. He's insane.
The drummer, the fills, that guy, just everything was executed so well.
Immolation's always had that unique sound. Like, you can tell an Immolation song when you hear it. The drum patterns are very different from a lot of death metal bands.
Yeah, it's like if you jam your phone on random and you're in the car and like something comes on and you're not sure what it is and you look and you're like, oh cool, and then Immolation comes on. You know that regardless of whatever it is, it's Immolation. It's that sound.
Ross Dolan's distinct low vocals, like he has such a great death growl. And they engaged the crowd so well, like the fucking lead guy would like be throwing up his fucking fist, getting everyone to fucking throw back.
Yep. They had such great crowd control.
Oh my god, dude.
They covered pretty much their whole discography. I think they played
a lot off of Dawn of Possession, which was also, they played their name song.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that's one of their big ones. I think did they play anything off of Failures for Gods? I can't remember.
I don't think so. I know
had
they played off of
Atonement.
They played off of Kingdom Conspiracy. I know they
Majesty
played off
and
of
Decay.
Majesty and Decay because that was the shirt I bought actually.
Yep.
So
same one. We came wearing it the same day.
Right. Actually, that happened a couple times.
Yep.
But whatever, not important.
Not important. But yeah, that was the best way to cap off the night. And we were just pretty much, we were already awestruck right there. It was like, holy shit, we have 3 more days of this.
Right.
That was sick.
And we were beat down. I think every day. Because it went like the first day it went from like 4:30 till I think we left out of there about what quarter after 1:30 somewhere in there in the morning. That was pretty much like every day, except every day after that it started at like 2 in the afternoon and went till midnight. Let me just bring home this point real quick. If you're gonna go to the Maryland Deathfest and go to Baltimore,
wear some good shoes.
Wear some good shoes with insoles, and I'm gonna say this too: if you decide to go sightseeing, don't do it on a day when you also have to go to the Deathfest and stand a bunch, because we did like idiots. The first day we were there, we walked like 10 miles and then went to the Deathfest. Not a good idea. Don't do that.
Drink lots of water too.
Water.
Oh my God. But yeah, that was day one.
That covers day one. You can see from our excitement from just day one alone. I'm telling you, it might be a little pricey, but I'm telling you, if you're a metal fan in any capacity, this is definitely the place you want to be.
Do it.
You know, we've been gone for now a week, and I was just telling Nick tonight, like, I miss it.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
Yeah. Look, we went to Metal Mecca.
Yep.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yep. All right. Before we gush anymore, we do have 3 more days of this that we're going to keep you guys informed with, because we got, that was 6 bands. We have 21 more bands to cover, so... Yeah. Peace, guys.
So, if you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we're going to keep talking about this shit, at least for a couple more days on this.
Sure. Have a good night. Stay metal.
Stay metal as fuck.